a type of lasagna, Craig Charles.
Now, in my day, there were 3 things a fella needed in order to shave. A razor, some shaving foam, and enough loo rolls to bandage the whole of the wounded at the Somme. But nowadays, it's all performance toiletries, like, for all I know, a jet-propelled toothbrush and a 200 wipes per minute toilet roll. Sounds nasty. But there is one bit of progress I am bang up to date with, and that's robots. And here, our robotic innovations are going to do battle for a place in our series semi-finals. Philippa's with them. She's in the pits.
Yes, come with me on a tour of big wedge shapes, because that's what we've got in the pits for you now. First one, this is a missile with a front-pushing device. It's a very good robot, isn't it, lads? It's going to do very well, isn't it, lads? This is shrapnel, the weaponry here, rotating, piercing, painful, nasty. The team, gone for coffee and eats. I don't know where they are. Anoracophobia, I always say it wrong, but it has this fantastic chainmail which is constantly moving, so it would injure any robot that happened to be in the way. This is the big cheese. Its eyes light up, that's all that's any good, isn't it? Nothing else any good about this robot. Its eyes light up, so what? We're impressed we've seen eyes lighting up before. It's seriously, it's a demonic robot. Watch out for that one. Meet Sonic, say hello to the team. Hello! Working hard with their power drills. This is Chaos 2, you may remember Chaos 1 from the last war. This time, more lift, more thrust, better, yeah? Better than Cassius last year, they reckon. So, got a lot of living up to do. A robot built in 2.5 weeks. This is Hammertron, yes? But you don't think it suffers from just taking 2.5 weeks to build? No. I'm slightly concerned because there seems to be plenty of room in there for your shopping. Shouldn't that be filled with gubbins? I think it should. And this is one of my favourites. Look. What's it called? How do you call it?
Crocodilotron.
Crocodilotron. It has a mouth which opens its nuts. Look at those gnashers in there, Jonathan. They're going to do severe damage.
I'll put my teeth in, Philippa, and we're away with the battleboard. Anoracophobia, sleek, black and hungry against Missile. Big cheese, aye, course of flutter with Philippa against Shrapnel. Chaos 2 against Crocodilotron. Fancy, flamboyant and fun. Sonic the Silver Wedge against Hammertron. Room for Philippa's shopping. Was there enough room in the calendar to get this one right in time?
The bell now tolls for our robots, and it won't be the only thing that's doing the clanging as we let the wars begin.
From Oxon, Anoracophobia.
The 5 motors can generate 20 miles an hour, power for the 2 chainsaws and hammer 2. The body shell is made of aluminium with 2 fiberglass moulded pods. It costs $3,000 to build over 2 months.
This is our robot, Anoracophobia. I'm the team captain, David Kingsbury. This is my dad, Miles, and my best friend, Jonathan Metcalf.
I'm in charge of the weapon and David's in charge of driving. Our main weapon is this lethal axe type thing which goes at 4 beats a second, and our secondary weapons are these chainsaw chains which are designed to pull our opponents up on top of the robot and then you can flip it over with the axe.
From Wolverhampton in Staffordshire, Miss Isle.
3 generations of the Peter family weren't happy with the performance of Flirty Skirty in the last war, so they're back with this one. A lifting arm plough and scoop the weaponry, but the fiberglass body could be vulnerable.
Hi, I'm Richard, the team captain. This is my father, Albert, my grandfather, Victor, and this is Miss Isle. She was initially designed around 4 Sinclair S3E5 motors to give it a lot of power and pace, and it also has a lifting tail, which my dad's going to tell you about.
Yeah, to test the power in the lifting arm, we got my father to stand on the end, and it actually lifted him up without any trouble at all.
Roboteers, stand by.
Anoracophobia, with David driving and Jonathan Metcalf on the weapons. And Missile, Richard Peter, 15 years of age, Albert Peter, his dad, and Victor Grandad. Anoracophobia, the quicker, not much in the weight here. Anoracophobia certainly the more powerful in terms of weaponry with the 2 constant running chainsaw chains. You can see there. Look at the boggle eyes though on Missile, they're great. Oh, and he's lost an eye, I think. Straight away, look at this. One of those eyes is gone. Blinded in the left eye. I'm quite sure what happened to it or where it went. Oh, it's lost another eye. Aye, problems here for Missile. And the Peter family. Where to go next? Anarachophobia, there comes the great pickaxe in the front as well. Look at that, in on the body of Missile. Now, I said the fiberglass might be vulnerable, but it's holding up at the moment. Again, the scoop you see underneath the attack of Anarachophobia. They'll try and get, once again, that fast-moving hammer into action. And he's springing out of the body. Mainly comprised of aluminium there. Anarachophobia, oh, and Missile dangerously close to the pit of oblivion. Turning away. The Peter family had flirty-skirty in the last wars. They were disappointed. Hang on, what's happened here to David Kingsbury? Dad's taken over the driving. Fancies himself as a bit of a Formula One racer, perhaps. Oh, and the burning on Anarachophobia. Maybe blistering, but not causing too much damage at all. This is a tight one, isn't it? The damage sustained early on by Missile, losing the two eyes, but superficial. Evo, question here of strength. Oh, Missile's wedged right on the lip of the pit. In comes Matilda, and there's the coup de grace. Oh, and there's young David back at the controls for the winners. Anarachophobia.
Anarachophobia shows no fear and lives to fight another round. Let's hear it for Anarachophobia.
What happened in there?
Just lost steam.
It's driven by steam, is it, this one? No wonder it didn't do very well in Robot Wars.
Is your robot all right?
We don't know. We think so, yeah.
The robot was all right, he wasn't.
I was sick in the carriage.
You were what?
Sick.
You were sick in the carriage, were you, sweetheart? You're feeling all right now?
Yeah.
Oh, no, why?
Well, it's just nerves and the shaking of the carriage as well.
Oh, bless your heart, it's not your fault.
Ugh, clean it up. Anarachophobia through, though. Next up, the Big Cheese against Shrapnel.
From Somerset, Big Cheese.
And it is. It's one of the heaviest in its class. They've used guided missile and submarine components. The wheels come from go-karts, and the lifting arm and spike could mean it's all Gorgons over for opponents.
This is the Big Cheese, and I'm the team captain, Roger. This is Paul and John, my partners in crime for this outrageous venture. It's a very powerful robot. It's got a two-stroke petrol engine driving it, and only one weapon, which is this lifting arm, which also cuts and slices everything around. Will lift anything that it comes up against. And it's quite fast, very manoeuvrable, and very dangerous. At the moment he's nice and peacefully asleep, but when you wake him up, he's very dangerous indeed.
From Devon, Shrapnel.
Very much lawnmower based. The weapon's modified cutting drums. At only 4 miles an hour, it's the second slowest in the heat, but there's zero ground clearance, which means it'll be difficult to flip over.
Hi, I'm Andrew. This is David and Alan, and we are the Shrapnel team. This is our robot Shrapnel. It weighs 79.4 kilos and it's on the very limit of the maximum weight for the heavyweight category. This is the main weapon, which was a lawnmower blade. It's been cut down and forms a staggered cutting action. Lights in the front, and inside is an angled steel chassis. There's 2 wheelchair motors to drive the robot, and also a wheelchair motor to drive the actual weapon itself.
Robot ears, stand by.
The Big Cheese, with Roger Plant, a mini sub-pilot, and Shrapnel,
3,
driven by Andrew Maddock, the 30-year-old.
1. Activate.
Big Cheese first to move. At £3,000 to build, it cost 10 times the amount in the design and construction of Shrapnel, edging away ponderously towards Sergeant Bash. Not a wise move. You can see there the cutting drums in the front, but you can also see the hydraulic lifting arm of the Big Cheese immediately coming into play. Pit, pit, pit. They want the end of Shrapnel very, very quickly. Lift it up. And it's going in the pit. And that will be the end of Shrapnel imminently. Slowly, ponderously it is. but inevitably, there she goes. The Big Cheese the winner, and it was ever so easy.
6. Uplifting stuff. Big Cheese takes shrapnel out. Big Cheese goes through. Let's hear it for Big Cheese.
Come out, come out. It was a disaster.
Yeah, total disaster. Straight in the pit. Well, not bad damage.
I think the problem was, really, that you were up against something quite spectacular, wasn't it?
Yeah, happens sometimes. Very good robot, deserves to win. Good luck in the future for him, you know. They could do the whole championship.
Oh, courteous in defeat. So you won the Best Engineering Award for Series 2 with the Mule, didn't you?
Yes.
So we were expecting fantastic things from the Big Cheese, and we haven't been disappointed. Are you pleased?
It's a good start, wasn't it?
You've taken over from Sir Killalot's job, haven't you? I mean, that's normally his job, dumping people in the pit.
Well, he was absent. I mean, if he's not here, we'll do his job for him. When he is here, we might do his job for him as well.
Oh.
With him.
Oh. Fighting talk from Roger. The pits are buzzing here now, Roger.
I hope they like it.
Killalot has his spies everywhere, Roger. He'll like a little bit of you later. But the Big Cheese through, and coming up, Chaos 2 against Crocodilotron.
From Ipswich, Chaos 2.
Creator George Francis has been involved in Robot War since the very beginning with Robot the Bruce and then Chaos. This redesigned battle has a carbon dioxide-powered high-pressure flipper at 20 miles an hour. There's no quicker. And this is what Chaos 1 looked like in the last series of Robot Wars. There on the left, flipping up Wheelosaurus. A victory there. And taking on Mace. We've already seen Mace back in this series. It's the self-righting mechanism of Chaos 1 and capable of taking punishment there.
Hi, I'm George Francis. This is Ian Swan, his son, Richard Swan. This is our robot, Chaos 2. There's 2 powerful motors to give it on each wheel and a high-powered gas pad flip up on the front.
The great advantage of this is tremendous traction, sticks to the ground very well, and the flip up is awesome. It'll throw another robot clean into the air.
They think they're better than Cassius. Well, if you missed it from the last series, this was Cassius in action. Quick, powerful with the lifting arm. Brave, taking on even the house robots. Certainly strong enough and inventive enough to up and over the old Cassius Muhammad Ali's soft shoe shuffle.
From Berkshire, Crocodilotron.
The Milliard family used bits and pieces from the garden, and the local tip for their creation, a strimmer motor, provides the power. The teeth clamped by a pneumatic ram at 1.5 meters. It's the longest in the heat.
My name's Alan Milliard, and I'm the team captain. This is my son Sam, and my other son Stephen.
7.
And this is our robot, Crocodilotron. Crocodilotron's powered by 2 internal combustion engines, and it has a 500-pound double-acting pneumatic ram to operate the jaw, which has sharp teeth, which opens and shuts with extreme force. We have 2 high-tensile steel spikes on the front, which we aim to ram into our opponents and flip them over. If we can catch them in our mouth, we'll obviously crush them as well.
Robot ears, stand by.
Chaos 2, with the experienced George Francis at the controls, and Crocodilotron, team captain and driver, Alan Milliard and his boys. And immediately, Chaos 2 came racing in on Crocodilotron. We're gonna clap you in our jaws and gobble you up. Well, don't just talk about it. Oh, Crocodilotron, do something! Look at that power from Chaos 2 in that high-pressure flip. And again, magnificent stuff. You can see the exhaust pouring out of the bottom of Crocodilotron. Look at this. This is a real weapon. One of the most powerful we've seen in Robot Wars. And it simply flipped Crocodilotron up and over. You're talking 85 kilos here, simply tossed up in the air like a broken twig. And that's a toothless crocodile now. Rolled on its back, gnashing away at thin air. It's all been a little bit of hot air from the Crocodilotron team. Oh, and now the Chaos 2 takes on Matilda, who spins in rage, and I think has lost part of her chainsaw there. Look, you can see the actual chain just trailing away like some disgusting Matilda entrail. Chaos 2 turns. About to take on the house robots again. This is Bash this time and shunt at the bottom of your picture. And there, taking some punishment in the corner from Dead Metal, Crocodilotron, for whom time is nigh, I'm afraid. In go the jaws, trying to clamp down on Dead Metal, cause some last late punishment. You can see the puncture marks actually on the bottom of Crocodilotron if you look closely. Meanwhile, look at this, Chaos 2, pinned against the arena walls by the two house robots. And Crocodilotron going to the dentist. Cease. Well, they're enjoying it. The Milliard boys, Sam and Stephen. Perhaps they like going to the dentist. That's strange. Oh dear. Crocodilotron, over and out.
Chaos 2 goes through. Let's hear it for Chaos 2.
You enjoyed yourself, didn't you?
Yeah.
Why is it so funny?
Because I nearly threw out the ring.
I know you did. You would have been the first robot to be out of the arena, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're not meant to be laughing, you're meant to be crying.
Oh.
It was quick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You didn't get a chance to use those gnashing drawers.
No.
Not much, did you?
No.
A little bit while you were upside down.
Yeah.
They loved it. How about you?
It's bad, isn't it?
It's terrible. What a stunning robot you have there.
Not bad. I told you the flip-up was awesome.
The flip-up is quite incredible. Is it stronger than Rex's one from last war?
Yes. Yeah, it's got 2 rams this time. Rex only had 1 last year.
This is fantastic. We're very impressed.
So
Leave the house robots alone.
Yes, I was all right until I had to go at the house robots.
Oh,
this
but
is
you
Robot Wars.
mean
I've got to have some fun, haven't I?
Crocodilotron was lovely.
It
You
was
could have
nice,
given it
yes.
a little bit longer before you went and flipped it.
I think the old adrenaline was flowing.
Oh, yes.
It wasn't. You were just straight in there, weren't you?
Straight
It
in,
was
yeah.
seconds. They didn't have a chance. Bless them. But it was a great battle. Well done. We look forward to seeing more from Chaos 2.
A real grudge, isn't there, between Chaos 2 and the Rex Garrard Cassius team. Nonetheless, Chaos 2 go through. Next up, Sonic against Hammertron.
From Worcester, Sonic.
That's 79 kilos. It's as heavy as its opponent here, battery-powered. The main weapon is its wedge shape. The boys from Hagley don't mean to haggle here. They want a quick, early, decisive victory.
Hi, I'm Chris Sherwood, team captain for the Sonic robot. I'm a teacher at Hagley Roman Catholic High School. These are 2 of the pupils that have built the robot. There's Matthew and there's Tom. We were in the first wars with Barry, but he was far too heavy, so we've taken the motors and the wheels from Barry and put it into a lighter frame to form Sonic.
From Middlesex, Hammertron.
2.5 kilo hammers to aim body blows. The weapons on this aluminium bot. Its dome is made of steel. The motors come from windscreen wipers, but with a maximum speed of 3 miles an hour, it's the slowest in the heat.
Hi, I'm Robert Bahari, team captain of Hammertron. This is my brother Alfie.
Hi, this is what works it. It's all powerful electric motors from a wheelchair, running on 12 volts instead of 24, so we've got better battery longevity. We've got a ram here that lifts the arm up and down. This helps us to flip back over if we're on our back, and it also, we can raise and lower the hammers to hit objects high or low. These hammers fly around and they do the business.
Roboteers, stand by.
Sonic with Chris Sherwood, young Matthew and Tom, his pupils, and Hammertron with Bob Bahari, the team captain, and Alfred alongside him.
Activate.
Alfred at the controls, but a very, very sluggish start by Hammertron. The hammers wheeling away there furiously, aimlessly, pointlessly, really. So Sonic, with a nudge and a push, those great rubber tyres, plenty of purchase on the arena floor. Hammertron looks like some Madden. Oh, windmill, I was going to say. Look at Sonic, though. Up on the arena pins, coming out of the arena floor. There's the Dead Metal cam, chasing away on Sonic. The pennant flying at the back of Sonic. What is Hammertron doing here? What are they doing? They're on the arena wall, they can't move. They're thrashing at thin air. Matilda now to nudge at Sonic, which seems to be immobilised on the arena wall as well. Edged out. There's the cutting blade of Dead Metal. Oh, look at that! Through the support bracket, which will really make control of Sonic difficult if they lose that. And quite wisely, The Sonic boys spinning away, turning away from trouble, trying to get into a little bit of room to manoeuvre back on the attack and doing all the work against Hammertron, which, let's be honest, has done nothing, really. Look like windscreen wipers with no windscreen to wipe. Hammertron up and over. Wiped out, really. Well done, Sonic. That's a little spin of delight. The boys from Hagley Road, Birmingham, and Alfred Bahari's got some work to do here to get Hammertron alive. And, well, no chance. Not with the house robots coming in for the kill. Matilda, top of your picture, there goes. One of the tracks. Oh, this is punishing. That's Shunt, I think, in there. Yes, it is. With the pickaxe on the underbelly of Hammertron. Look at those great puncture marks there. Like some deadly Dracula has bitten in on the belly of Hammertron. This is Dead Metal. There goes the other track. Smoke do I see there, flying as well. Now Dead Metal slicing through the rib cage of Hammertron and eventually deciding that oblivion is the best possible resting place here. Hammertron, R.I.P., ripped to shreds.
Cease.
Give it up for Sonic. They win. They go through.
What happened? I had trouble controlling it. I think the jack inside, which lifts and raises the arm, locked down and I couldn't get it back up again. And when it got flipped over on its back, we should have been able to flip it back over, but that's what happened, it locked down. So. There you go.
Both a bit gutted, aren't you? The Sonic team are through, and I saw your little victory dance. How was it? Luck, do you think, or was it skill?
A bit of luck, because we got stuck in the side up there. The house robots got us out, so...
Yeah.
As soon as Dead Metal got us, I thought we was goners. But lucky he never got into the wheel, actually. He was just about to touch the wheel when he got through there.
Yeah, your tyre pressure's all right, yeah?
Yeah. Chains come off this one, that's why we lost control at the end.
Okay, but you still won, you still got through.
Yeah.
Dreading the next one?
No, looking forward to it.
Good, that's what I like to hear. Off you go.
So the four robots through. Anarachophobia pitting Missile, Big Cheese impressive against Shrapnel, Chaos 2 awesome against Crocodilotron, and Sonic beating Hammertron. The second round battle board, Anarachophobia against Big Cheese, Chaos 2 against Sonic. Let's have our half-time oranges, a team talk, and ref, blow your whistle.
While our robots go and prepare themselves for the next round of the competition, let's get stuck into a game of robotic soccer, where silky smooth soccer skills are about as much use as an Eskimo's hedge trimmer. Let the trials begin.
One against one, head-to-head. The first goal will win it. Here's Malfunction, battery powered with a front lifting arm, 37 centimetres high by 120 centimetres long, 74 kilos in weight. Malcolm Darlow, David Glenister and Darren Finnegan at the controls. And Nasher, taller, heavier too, powered by two 12-volt sealed batteries. The jaw opens and closes. Nasher, more like Nipper for Mark Bailey and Steve Brady.
Robot ears, stand by.
They're the Malfunction team, hoping to get that all-important golden goal. And Nasher with Mark Bailey and Steve
3,
Brady.
2, 1, activate.
A house robot in goal, Dead Metal, and of course, fullback, Matilda. Nasher immediately on the attack now. First of the ball, Nasher running against Dead Metal. Ooh, just wide off the arena. Plexiglass surround. Nasher was still a great chance. Surely will score. And rolls it in over the line. Great goal by Nasher.
Well done, congratulations.
Well, looking back, it wasn't perhaps goal of the season because of Dead Metal's dreadful positioning in goal, went absent without leave. But the goal good enough to take Nasher through into our soccer finalist board along with Velocirip, and we've still got time for one more game. Evil Weevil against Alien. And there's Evil Weevil, the weaponry consisting of electric-operated spikes. The motors come from a Sinclair C5, took 3 months to build, cost £400 to make. Comes from Wales. And Alien. This again with 3-inch spikes as the main weaponry. Electric-powered, 70 kilos. It's lighter here. But to me, looks the less well-made robot.
Roboteers, stand by.
Evil Weevil, Kevin Pritchard, 32 years of age, on the left there, part of the Panic Attack team, which won the Series 2 Robot Wars Championship. And
3,
Alien, John Dunn,
2,
Charlotte Dunn,
1.
and Raider.
Activate.
Will they be done in by Evil Weevil? Quick to get the early possession, going the wrong way, slamming in against the arena boards. Here's fullback Matilda first the ball. Let's see her ball control. Non-existent, of course. First touch in the arena. Her second touch of the ball in outer space, really. Shame. Don't know what coaching manual Matilda has ever used. One hates to think, actually. And Matilda decides to take Alien out and knock the ball. Oh, a little nudge there of the tusks. Now, in comes Evil Weevil, also fouling Alien, but anything goes, really, in the Robot Wars Soccer Championship. Tackle from behind on Alien from Evil Weevil. A little bit of a midfield struggle going on here. That's Evil Weevil against the sideboards, trying to release the ball, get it back into play, spring it off those boards. You can see there Kevin Pritchard and the youngsters Andrew Davis and Michael Walsh in the Evil Weevil team. A bit of a standoff situation between Evil Weevil and Matilda. Just sneak each other over. What's happened to Alien here? Flipped up and over. Immobilised. Oh, the spike from the arena floor doing the damage. I don't know what a referee would have made of that. The tackle from underneath, not from behind. Oh, now what's happened here to Evil Weevil? Lost an antenna. I wonder if that'll affect the control of Evil Weevil. Doesn't seem to have affected it at all. Trying to get in behind Matilda now. Blindside run. Would be without one of those antennae, of course. Pushing Matilda away. Difficult to see what they're trying to do here. Eventually, oh, there's the, that's it. The goal, boys. Remember, that is the aim of the game. Get that round thing. They're bobbling away into that thing there. It's called a goal net. Well, Evil Weevil's gone in the goal net, minus ball. I don't think that counts, lads. Yeah, it's there, to your left, Evil Weevil. No, behind. Go on, go on, go on. Oh! Squeeze up into the air. Let's have another go. Look at that. Up he goes, bouncing off Matilda's snout. And away. Oh, I think Matilda's lost an eye there in the process. But kept the ball out of the net. And I think Evil Weevil have done enough. They'll go through, I'm sure, which leaves the Alien team disappointed. John, Charlotte and Raymond. They were immobilised early on, and it means that Evil Weevil, yes indeed, go through there to the finalist ball with Velociripper and Nasher. More soccer later on in the series. Meanwhile, back to you, Craig.
We'll be putting the boot in again soon, but right now, it's back to the walls!
And a reminder, Craig, of the second round in this heat. Anarachophobia against the Big Cheese and Chaos 2 against Sonic. The Big Cheese, Roger Plant there in the middle with the beard, he said he could take on and beat Killalot, remember? And Anarachophobia, I wonder if David Kingsby, the captain, will be sick this time. Let's hope not. Oh, looks okay.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Big Cheese. Roger Plant and his team. They look powerful. Anarachophobia looks sleek. With David Kingsbury, Dad Miles at the control, and young Jonathan Metcalf at the weapons. Anarachophobia, controlled by Dad. Good turn. Nice little dance and pirouette. Look at that hammer. That comes out with such rapidity and force. We thought, oh goodness me, we thought the chain mail drive would be the main weapon of an Anarachophobia, but I think it's that hammer. Look at it. Coming out again, flailing away. No damage caused to the Big Cheese, you see? More powerful, it would seem. Certainly the heavier of the two robots, capable of edging away from Anarachophobia, twice dangerously near the pit now. And now, taking on Killalot. Well, they really are living dangerously on the edge of that pit. The great lifting ram of the big cheese. Just there. Sliding down once again, almost crushing Anarachnophobia, and they did that well and pushed Anarachnophobia into the pit, and that's splendid control by the big cheese.
And the winner, of course, is Big Cheese. Big Cheese, come and talk to me. Well, is this the biggest robot in the competition?
Nah, it's the best.
It's the best?
Definitely.
This arm,
yeah.
How strong is it?
It lifts 500 kilos.
I heard it could lift the whole Mini.
Yes.
And you've got photographs of it lifting
We've got a
Mini.
video of it.
Well, you're going to have to show us at some stage.
Yeah, it's secret at the moment. It's top secret, that video.
It's a top secret. What do you think your chances are?
Good as any. Given good luck, or no bad luck.
Quietly confident, the boys from Big Cheese.
Yeah.
Let's have a morsel of Big Cheese!
Whose fault was that?
Well, it was sort of my fault because I wasn't driving it and I'm the one that's supposed to drive it.
Exactly.
But,
and why weren't you driving it,
too
sweetheart?
nervous.
I know. You suffer from nerves so badly, don't you?
Yeah.
Last time, we all know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You went very well.
We had made an official Anarachnophobia stick pocket, but we didn't bring it today.
Should have done, because then I could have driven.
Oh, no, you're going to have to get this sorted out for the next war. You do realise this, don't you?
We almost took on Sekilla, though.
Yeah.
But then who was driving?
My dad.
Me. It's all my fault. Bad driving. Never mind.
Oh, Dad, all your fault. The Big Cheese video, so top secret, we can't play it. Enemy powers are about. The Big Cheese through, next up, Chaos 2 and Sonic.
You've only got seconds before you go in there. What are you doing?
Just minor adjustments.
What minor adjustments?
Well, the aerial's just fallen off. And the wheel was blinding.
Oh, no.
We haven't been able to test it all day, so we'll suck it and see how it is.
Have we fixed it?
Yeah, so we don't know yet.
You just did a bit of prodding and poking. Chaos 2, however.
Running perfectly.
Running perfectly. And was stunning in the last round, in the last battle. So we're expecting great things. I don't know if it's more difficult for you, though, because you've got to keep up that pace.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. You feeling all right? Yeah. Yeah, you're not. You're nervous. I can tell by the way you're swaying and go...
Well, young Richard wants to go around the world saving endangered species. I wonder if his species of Chaos 2 will be endangered by the Sonic team.
Roboteers, stand by.
And there is their machine, Sonic, Chris Sherwood, and youngsters Matthew and Tom, and Chaos 2. George Francis, of course, at the controls, with Ian Swan and son Richard, the team members. And a lot of admiring glances for Chaos 2 in the pits, and that's why immediately that huge, powerful flipper underneath Sonic. And again, this time flipping it back to life. A little bit of a wheelie from Sonic, pulling away with power and pace. It's got to stay clear of that flipper. This looks a hugely powerful weapon for Robot Wars. Sonic in all sorts of troubles. There's the wheelie again. Get away from Matilda. I'd love to see the Chaos 2 flipper against Matilda, you know, or any one of the house robots, but Sonic here, look at this. Whoa, very, very nearly getting in underneath Chaos 2 itself, but turn up and over again. Boop, up you go. So strong. Belly up for Sonic. Well, I don't think Chaos 2 will go in again to right it. They won't make that same mistake twice. This is shunt piercing the bottom of Sonic. And Chris Sherwood knows his Sonic machine is about to end its competitive life in Robot Wars. Into the pits. And George Francis, calm in victory.
Well, Sonic goes boom, and the winner is Chaos 2. Come here, lads. Well, the four favourites have gone out. There's pretty strong position now.
Barely, but anything can happen, can't it?
Yeah, as has been proved.
Yeah.
You were toying with him like a cat with a mouse. You flipped him over, then you flipped him back, then you flipped him over again. It was almost cruel to watch.
It was cruel to watch the house robots have a go at him, wasn't it? That was nasty.
Are you feeling lucky now? You feel as though you can go all the way?
Fairly confident, yeah. There's a few good robots still out there, but a lot of the good ones have gone, so...
Better chance than before.
You're through to round 3. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Chaos 2!
Or were you just thinking, oh, leave us there and let's get it over with?
Put us in the pit.
Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, it's the safest place.
I hope you enjoyed it up until now.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Even though you spent most of that battle on your back.
Oh, well.
You must be very proud. It took less than 5 seconds to flip your position. Did you realise that?
No.
And then who decided to flip them back?
Him!
You did! Why?
Good fun. I was trying to get them in the pit.
So you could tinker with them some more and play with them and make it drawn out and more painful.
Got a little scratch though, look.
Oh no, outrageous. Good luck.
Thank you.
So we're down to 2. The Big Cheese against Chaos 2. Both phenomenal robots.
2 robots made brutally redundant. 2 preparing for a job interview they'll never forget. A place in our series semi-finals.
This how they got this far then. The Big Cheese lifting shrapnel effortlessly. The crowd wanted it to go in the pit, and they got their way. And then Anarachophobia followed suit. Good control there, pinning Anarachophobia down and then shoving it in the pit. And Chaos 2 turned Crocodilotron, the toothless crocodile. That was brilliant, wasn't it? The smile of the crocodile went, and then it was Sonic's turn to be turned and flipped up and over, punished and penetrated by the house robots, and in the pit.
Well, Chaos 2, you're one of the favourites, but you've been drawn against one of the favourites. Well, look at the draw. Are you feeling confident now?
This is a hard one. We've got to work hard for this one, I think.
Are you feeling confident, Richard?
No.
You're not? You've got to be positive. Think positive. Positive waves will help, OK? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Chaos 2. Prepare to do battle. Well...
Here again.
You're here again?
Yeah.
What about these, though? These are a good robot.
Who are you betting on?
I'm keeping my money in my pocket. I keep losing me. But you do realise this is one of the best robots in the competition.
Very good, yeah.
And it doesn't bother you?
No, not in the least.
Well, Big Cheese, prepare to do battle.
We will do.
David against Goliath here. The Big Cheese, heavier, bigger. Chaos 2, though. Nippier.
1.
And with George Francis at the controls, they're confident. Great lifting arm of the Big Cheese against the flipper of Chaos 2. And Roger Plant has steered the Big Cheese in underneath Chaos 2. Really, for the first time in this heat, in danger, Chaos 2. Look at the speed, though, up to 20 miles an hour. You see, just dancing around the Big Cheese, which is much more cumbersome. And up and over! How do you like your cheese? Melted? A little bit of Welsh rarebit, perhaps? Up and over we go. And the hopes of the Big Cheese grated in these early moments. Oh, turned and tossed onto the barbecue fires. But of course, the Big Cheese comes again, and once more underneath Chaos 2, and this time rolling Chaos 2 up and over. Now we'll see what George Francis is made of. And there's the Streamek, the self-righting mechanism. Such a feature in this series of Robot Wars. Up and over. They had it in the last wars with Chaos 1, and again, a hugely beneficial feature of Chaos 2. Driving in underneath Big Cheese and flipping it up and over this side. And let me tell you, the Big Cheese weighs as much as an adult. That's the power of this little machine. Chaos 2, but look at this from the Big Cheese. Oh, trying so hard to right itself here. Roger Plant can't quite turn the Big Cheese up and over. The wedge is up on its side, and look, Chaos 2 senses victory because they know there's nothing more from the Big Cheese. And in comes Sir Killalot, and remember, What Roger Clark said earlier on in the heat. He was capable of beating Sir Kill-a-Lot, whose spies were out, told him, and this, I'm afraid, is what we call Botribution. Robot style. Revenge for Kill-a-Lot. Dumping the big cheese onto the big flipper, but the big cheese sensed that was what was going to happen and got away. Now Sergeant Bash and Kill-a-Lot in close attention. Look at the shredded side. The big cheese torn. Oh, great loss over though. To flip Bash up and over, and Bash has lost his helmet. Oh, that's splendid stuff. The big cheese still capable of wonderful Wars entertainment. You can see George Francis chuckling away there in the Chaos team as well. Brilliant final. Two tremendous robots. And Sergeant Bash is in bits and pieces.
Well, what a fight, what a fight, what a fight. Big cheese is cheese on toast and must be totally cheesed off. Chaos 2 through to the series semi-finals. What went wrong, lads?
We lost.
You certainly did.
Yeah.
Your robotic arm seemed to sort of lose power.
For some reason in the middle of it, we went down about half throttle. I don't know why.
It was a bit like Nassim against Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, yeah.
Will he come back again next year?
You're right, we will, yeah.
Give it up for Big Cheese! Yes! See, young man, see? Confidence. Confidence.
Positive mental attitude.
You're through?
Yep.
And that must have been one of your sternest tests.
That was exciting, wasn't it?
You've got such a quick robot.
Self-line worked as well.
It really did, yeah. His broke down.
Yep.
That's why you're through.
Yep.
Good luck in the series semi-finals. Let's hear it for Chaos 2. Well, you know what they say about mother-in-laws, but mine's not half as scary as Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
Westlife still #1 and on top of the pops, along with S Club 7 and Shania, just starting on BBC One. And next tonight here on BBC Two, Bill Oddie being dive-bombed on Shetland.